So Jez, the club just announced a significant deal with Cambs Glass Limited. Just tell us a bit more about that partnership.
Yeah, and I appreciate that there's always sensitivity regarding the name of a stadium. I guess many years ago there'd have been sensitivity about putting names of advertisers on shirts and stuff like that, and for a lot of our fans and probably for everybody connected with Cambs United, this is the Abbey and it'll always be the Abbey. But I think we're in a commercial world that demands we have to try and generate as much revenue as we can around opportunities that exist if we want to continue to develop and progress on the pitch. So we're absolutely delighted that we've managed to secure a really good deal for Cambs United Football Club in terms of the way the deal's structured and the financial contribution that Cambs Glass are going to make to the club. And we've said for a long time that we'd only pick the right partner, and we feel we've got the right partner. Local company, share our core values, real proper supporters of the football club, and I think it's a deal that will really help us to progress as a club, growing our financial base, and therefore, as I said, helping us to get more success on the pitch in the future.
Talking about the stadium, are you able to give us an update on the planning application?
Yeah, I think supporters would have been sort of anxious perhaps to hear when this is finally going to be submitted, because the date has changed, but we're absolutely certain this is going to happen next month. I think you're going to see a real ramp up at the moment now in terms of the importance of us articulating the argument as to why the stadium redevelopment and the sporting village at Trumpington, and therefore the development at Trumpington, involving building houses, is so important to the future of the club. And I won't speak loads about it, but there is nothing more important in the next 12 to 18 months than planning being granted at Trumpington. It will enable us then to finally tear up the lease that the club signed many years ago with a previous landlord. That would now, even without Grosvenor's kindness, create a rent that would be cost prohibitive for the club. So it will put us on an even keel in terms of a long-term lease at an affordable rent. It would help to start the redevelopment of the stadium, which is going to be really necessary if we want to progress too much further, up the football pyramid. And then at Trumpington, it will give us a fantastic base for our trust, a training facility for our academy, and it would enable the academy to become a Cat 2 status academy, which would be absolutely fantastic in the development of all of our really talented young players. So hugely important, and there'll always be opposition to things like this, and people, especially locally, I'm sure there'll be one or two quite loud voices opposing it, as there always is. But this is an amazing opportunity for Cambridge to get some sporting facilities without it being at the cost to the taxpayer at all. And we need to mobilise support. We need to make sure that the thousands and thousands of people who benefit from Cambs United or support Cambs United, make sure their argument is heard above everyone else.
You mentioned about supporting Cambridge United. Back in the short term, a big game on Saturday afternoon right here. What would be your message to the supporters ahead of that game? Yeah,
look, we're all going to have eyes on Wimbledon, Portsmouth tomorrow, and hope that Portsmouth get a win to keep the hopes alive, if you like, of a top 7 finish. But what credit to Sean and the staff and the players that the only club in League Two that has even got a chance of being in those playoff positions outside the top 7 that are there at the moment are ourselves. And when you think of where we've come from over a extended period outside the league, and then you see the progress that we've made on the pitch this year, and especially since Sean's come to the club, the points ratio has been first class. And I think the way that the players have gone about the job and put us in this position demands that we give them great support on Saturday, as the fans have done all season. The average league attendance here has been fantastic this year. The vocal support we've had home and away has been incredible, none more so than at Notts County on Saturday. I think Sean enjoyed the win. Looked like it at the end of the game anyway in front of our fans. And it'll be a great way, whatever happens at Wimbledon tomorrow, this club's made huge progress. 66 points with 2 games to go. 8th in the league. Last year 19th, 51 points our first year back. So something to really build on. And the players deserve great credit, the staff and Sean deserve great credit, and hopefully the fans will turn up in their large numbers on Saturday to give them the send-off they deserve.